Hi everyone, in this video, you'll be taken through 5 powerful stories that reveal the dark and often unseen side of war. Each story shows a different perspective, a different struggle, and a different truth. Sit back, relax, and enjoy watching. Charismatic army officer once turned an entire nation into his personal killing ground. In 1971, Idi Amin seized power in Uganda through a military coup. People cheered in the streets, believing he would modernize their country. But behind his charming smile lay the mind of a monster. Within months, he expelled 80,000 Asian citizens, stealing their businesses and homes. Then the real horror began. He broadcast public executions on state television for entertainment. Prisoners were forced to beat each other to death while he watched and laughed. He targeted entire ethnic groups, disguising mass murder as military operations. But his cruelty knew no bounds. He fed living prisoners to crocodiles in the Nile River. Palace staff discovered freezers filled with severed heads he collected as trophies. When he was finally overthrown in 1979, investigators found mass graves everywhere. Over 500,000 people had been murdered by one man's twisted mind. 1,600 Allied prisoners boarded a ship thinking they were finally going home, but only 9 would survive. In October 1944, American and British POWs in Manila were told they were being transferred to better camps in Japan. After years of brutal captivity, they believed their nightmare was ending. They were loaded onto the Arasan Maru, packed so tightly in cargo holds they couldn't even sit down. No toilets, barely any food or water for the 3-week journey ahead. Men died standing upright, trapped in human waste as Japanese guards beat anyone trying to reach the latrines. Then, on October 24th, an American submarine spotted the unmarked ship. The torpedo hit without warning. The sub had no idea it carried their own countrymen. As water flooded the holds, prisoners clawed desperately at locked hatches above. Japanese guards escaped in lifeboats, leaving the Americans to drown in darkness. Of 1,600 men who boarded believing in rescue, only 9 lived to tell this horror. The hell ships claimed more Allied lives than many battles. American soldiers in Vietnam fought an enemy that literally lived beneath their feet. In 1968, troops entered what looked like an empty village in Cu Chi district. But they could hear voices coming from underground. What they discovered was a 200-mile tunnel network that had been carved by hand. The Viet Cong had built an entire underground world with hospitals, weapon factories, and living quarters. From below, they waged psychological warfare using bamboo spikes coated in human waste and spider holes for instant ambushes. The military sent in tunnel rats, small soldiers who crawled into pitch-black spaces where rifles were useless. Down there, combat meant knives and bare hands in total darkness. Many tunnel rats never came back up the same. They fought ghosts who appeared from nowhere and vanished into earth. The enemy controlled the very ground beneath them. Some soldiers broke completely, unable to cope with an invisible war fought against the soil itself. The tunnels turned the battlefield upside down. An entire city was deliberately turned into hell on earth in just one night. February 13, 1945. Dresden, Germany was packed with refugees fleeing the advancing Soviet army. Families celebrated carnival season in the streets, believing their beautiful Baroque city was too culturally important to bomb. They were wrong. At 10 p.m., 800 British bombers appeared in the night sky. The attack came in 2 waves, designed to kill rescue workers. First wave dropped incendiary bombs, creating massive fires throughout the city. When firefighters and medics rushed to help, the second wave hit them directly. The fires merged into a firestorm, reaching 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Hurricane-force winds sucked people into the flames like a giant furnace. Families hiding in basements were baked alive as buildings became ovens. The next morning, American fighters strafed survivors in the streets. Bodies were found shrunk to child size from the intense heat. At least 25,000 civilians died in what many call deliberate terror bombing. Two men triggered one of history's most brutal revenge campaigns by killing a single Nazi. In 1941, Josef Gabčík and Jan Kubiš trained in London for the impossible. Their target was Reinhard Heydrich, architect of the Holocaust and Nazi ruler of Czechoslovakia. Heydrich believed himself untouchable, driving through Prague daily in an open Mercedes without guards. The assassins parachuted into occupied territory and spent months planning the perfect ambush at a sharp turn where his car had to slow down. On May 27, 1942, everything went wrong. Gabčík's gun jammed at the crucial moment, but Kubiš threw an anti-tank grenade that shattered Heydrich's spine. For 7 days, Hitler's most ruthless lieutenant died slowly from infected shrapnel and sepsis. The Nazis unleashed unprecedented terror in response. 5,000 Czechs were executed. Entire villages were wiped off the map. The mission succeeded, but the price was unimaginable. Killing one monster created thousands more victims. Sometimes winning costs more than losing. This was 5 brutal war stories. If you want to hear more, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to like the video and turn on the bell so you never miss an upload.